For this question, they're giving us a graph of price versus number of units sold. And what we have to do is calculate the revenue for when the price is $5. So if we think about it graphically, the y-axis represents the price. So price equaling $5 is this horizontal line. So what we're trying to do actually is find the coordinate where these two lines intersect. The x-coordinate will tell me how many units are being sold, and the y-coordinate will tell me what the price is, which is what we already know as 5. To find the revenue, all we have to do is multiply these two numbers together. So here we go. All right, for this question, there's a lot of steps to it. Honestly, if I were you, I would do it on paper. I think it's faster, but I'll show you how to do it on a calculator anyway. So the first thing we have to do is find the equation of this line given 2 points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Apps. I'm going to go to Data and Matrix, and I'm going to open up a new one, Enter, and I'm going to keep this data, I'm going to keep this main, and the variable name, I'm just going to call it A. So I'm just clicking this white key. It's already in alpha mode for us because they're expecting a letter. So I just press this equal sign, and then I press Enter. Okay, so now remember, C1 is our x values, and C2 are our y values. So what are the points that are given here? Well, we have 0, and then 12, that's one coordinate. And the other coordinate was 120, and 0. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button right here, F5, where it says Calculate up there. So calculate, and it's going to say calculation type. What kind of calculation do you want to do? So I'm going to go down and I say linear regression. How did I get there? Sorry. Is I scroll to the right and then I scroll down to linear regression. Press enter. And then they're going to ask you, what are your x values? Well, it was column C1. So here's C and here's 1. In order to get to 1, we probably had to click alpha 1 because it's thinking we're putting in a variable again or a letter. Once we come down here, we go, oops, my bad. See, anytime you mess up, like if you get a parentheses instead of the letter, you got to erase and then just click alpha and then C and then 2. And here's another thing that we should do here. See how it says store? What we're going to do is we're going to store this the equation of the line in a certain spot. So look what we do. We're going to scroll right and we're going to save it under y1. So hit enter when you get y1, and you'll see why that's useful in a second. Press enter, and then here's the equation of our line. Okay, that's great. Good. Press enter again. Okay, so let's go back home, and then let's press diamond, and then this F1 key. And I forgot to erase this from before. And look what's stored under y1. This is our equation. This is the equation that they gave us for those 2 points. So by storing under y1, we don't have to write it down or rewrite it or anything. Okay, so remember, we're trying to find the value or the point that crosses this line and y equals 5. So why don't we go ahead and let's graph these guys. I'm going to press diamond and an F3. Okay, so once our lines are graphed, let's zoom out a little bit. I'm going to say zoom out and just like this. Boom. And boom. So they intersect somewhere around here. Maybe we should zoom in just a hair because it's a little crazy. And we'll say that's the new center. So they're probably going to cross somewhere around here. And there they go, they crossed. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find where they intersect. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Math F5. And there's an option that says intersection. So enter. And they're saying, which one's your first curve? They've already highlighted it for us, just so press enter. And then they're going to say, is this your second curve? We're going to say yes by pressing enter. And then they're going to say a lower bound. So let's pick a value that's to the left of where our graph crosses. So I'm going to click enter right here. And then they're going to say, what's your upper bound? So I have to scroll until this crosshair gets past the point of their intersection. That's why it's good if you're very good at zooming, you're probably going to get this answer a lot easier. All right. Once I hit enter, they'll show that the intersection point is at when x equals 70 and y equals 5. That's great, because this means when the price is $5, then I can sell 70 units. And remember what the equation for revenue is. It's number of items sold times the price. Number of items sold is 70, the price is $5. What's 70 times 5? 350, right? Well, that's our answer right there.